What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. This is the first video of this series of how to build the habit of creating a workout fitness lifestyle. And so I wanted to provide some value for you and kind of put everything into perspective, put everything into steps to help you create that pattern and that habit so that you can live a healthier and happier life. So the number one thing that we're going to focus on for this video is, what is your why? What is your why? Because that is going to sustain you through your entire journey. So what I want you to get through your head is that if you don't have your reason why you are about to embark on this journey, then you're not going to make it. This willpower thing, it's not gonna work. You got to have the why power. And you may have heard that from other videos before. Maybe this is your first time hearing it, but it's very true, because I've personally, for me, I've been through life where I just tried to rely on willpower, but there was no reason why I was going. I was just kind of like doing it just because I thought that's what I needed to do to be better. But you've got to find some sort of factor that really hits right here in your heart, that is going to sustain you through those times that you don't feel like doing it. So let me share my story and my why with you, and then you can kind of get a little picture as to creating your own why, and hopefully this will be some value for you so you can move forward into the next video. So let's just take it back to, I grew up as a baseball player. I played college baseball, and that journey ended for me at age 23. So I entered my first adult job, my career, and, not playing baseball competitively kind of hit me hard. I was really team-oriented, wanted to be a part of a team, really worked hard in my career, especially off the rip, my first year as an educator. But there was something missing, that team camaraderie. Just being around like-minded guys who had a common goal of winning that championship, but not so much focusing on the championship, working on the process every single day. And that, whether it be hitting baseballs, whether it was, defensive practice, whether it was staying after practice, hitting in the cage, whether it was lifting weights, just all of that comprises that culture of baseball, that was something that I was missing. And I knew that I was never going to get that back, per se, that specific culture back. But as I was, growing up in my mid-20s and my later 20s, there was nothing really close to where I had a camaraderie of people that were working towards a common goal like that. And I got to a point in the fall of 2017 where I got very depressed and was resorting to some bad choices that weren't beneficial to my health, my mental health, my physical health, just everything. And so I was down in Savannah, Georgia, March of 2018. And I'm down there, I'm about eight drinks deep. It's about 9 o'clock at night. And I realized that I cannot keep doing this every single weekend. I was just trying to escape the reality that I had Monday through Friday. And it was just a repetitive process of wasting Friday night, wasting Saturday night, and then really wasting entire Sunday. And then it's Sunday evening, you're trying to prepare for 5 days of misery mentally, because you used the whole weekend to escape the previous week. And so I knew something had to change. So I got an Uber back to the hotel that night, and I sat on my bed, and I got to the hotel around 9:30, and I said, when was I the happiest? When was I the happiest? And it was when I was involved with sports, when I was involved with a team, when I was working out. And I knew those were the three things that just made me grind, like really just had it in right here. And but I didn't know how to incorporate that team camaraderie. I officiate, but I needed a little bit more, and I knew I needed to start with working out. That was something that I could instantly choose to incorporate into my life the following week or the upcoming week. So I get onto what's called Beachbody On Demand, and I order this program, and I start with this program called Body Beast, and it's one of many programs on the app. And I started that Monday. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I just said, you know what? I'm going to do this, and it's going to 12 weeks. It's going to suck. I've never woke up at 4 a.m. outside of college sports to work out. So it's been a solid 5 years. And every day that alarm went up at 4 o'clock, I just thought to myself, you can do one of two things. You can choose to stay in bed and face the emotional consequences that you've been facing for the past 5 years, or you can get up and you can change your life and you can work towards a more positive life every single day. And so when that alarm went off every time in those 12 weeks, that's what I thought of. And that's what got me up, that why, because I was so disgusted. I had hit this breaking point that I couldn't take anymore because I hated the person that I was becoming. And that got me up. That was my why. So I finished the program. I put on a significant amount of mass. That was the goal at the time. And, 2 years later, here we are. It's literally like, it's March 18th. Today is actually literally 2 years that I'm making this video since when I started my journey. And, when I wake up to work out in the morning, it's just ingrained in me because I know what it can do for not only myself, but for other people. I've seen the impact that's been made over the course of 2 years. And so that's why I get up. My mission through the Former Athlete Fitness is to empower former athletes and team-oriented people through relationships and our world-class online fitness programs. And so that's what drives me every single day, guys. So that is my why. So you've got to figure out what is your why. What is your why? So I would love to figure out your why. So I'm going to drop a link below that you can click, and you can shoot me your why. And I would love to learn more about, what's hitting your heart and what's going to help you move forward. But that's the very first thing that you got to figure out is what is your why, because you're not going to be successful unless you know your why, because that, like when that 4 a.m., let's just say your 4 a.m. alarm clock, it's not saying you will wake up at 4, but if you do, that's great. But whenever that alarm hits, that's going to be the first thing. What am I going to choose? The old life that hit me right here really hard, or am I going to strive to be better every day? So guys, figure out your why. Hit that link below, and I would love to learn more about you guys. Thank y'all so much, and I'm also going to put the link to the next video. Y'all be blessed.